Hello, and as always, thank you guys for tuning in to the adventures of D-Webb Enterprises LLC. Today is Monday, September 20th, 2021, and on today's video, I'm just going to give you guys a walkthrough of the next job I got approved for. So I appreciate anybody's time. Please like, share, and subscribe. That's one of the hardest things. I'm new to YouTube, so I'm not good at editing. I know sometimes my videos can get a little boring. I'm trying to get better at that, so thank you to anybody who watches. Please stick with me. I'm trying to also get handyman work in the Pittsburgh area. That's currently Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where I live and I work. So anybody who needs work, please look through my videos. I have some before and afters so you can see some of the work I do, and if you approve and need something, please branch out. So long story short, why don't you guys just come with me and I can show you. So I'll give you guys first off a street view of the house that I'm working on. It's honestly, for Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to be a rental house, this is pretty big. Sorry, I want to give you guys the full street view. So right now, I'm standing at the street. This is the view of the house. It's honestly a very nice house. Again, for Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area, for a rental house, don't quote me, I want to say it's a 4 or 5 bedroom. So it's honestly a really nice house for a rental. So that was once a bar and restaurant. It was called Rivertown. I don't know how well you guys can read the sign. You can pause and try to get closer to zoom in or read. But long story short, a new place is coming in. This place also has another restaurant a couple townships over, and it's pretty popular, so people are getting excited for it to come. And again, just a little shout out, this used to be the Rivertown Pubbery, but basically it's kind of sad it just went out of business. I think not so much that it wasn't getting people to come in and eat, but I think it was more internal. But that's a story for a different day. So again, it's kind of cool too though, because this was part of the reason the landlord bought the property. He thought it'd be cool for somebody who's renting off him, if they were a drinker or just enjoyed the food, they could go over here, eat, drink, and then not even have to risk a DUI or anything. They just cross the street, walk through the parking lot, and their driveway is actually connected with the parking lot of the bar. So that's like the most easiest way to be able to go out, have a good time at a popular place. Again, it's closed now, but they're hoping to get it opened again within a year. Today is Monday, September 20th, 2021, so hopefully within a year it's open in that new restaurant. And then again, so you could just walk over if you lived here. Now, part of the job also not just painting, but he wants us to get all this stuff out of here. I'll explain what some of it is. Now, these two garages, there is a connecting door, but as you can see in this garage, they have stuff up against the door, so it does not open up right now. Obviously, it normally would. But let's get into the actual project we're working on. So he wants us to get all these boxes out. Most of them have some stuff in it. It's not a big deal. Just remove the boxes, get the junk out. He wants the floor swept, of course, walls swept down just with a broom. Just make it easier, ready to paint. So as you can see, the flooring's all chipped up. He wants the floor painted, ceiling painted, and all 3 walls. The garage door is fine. It's coming all the way in. Again, I'm dealing with lighting issues. It's almost 7:30, so it's getting a little dark here. That door definitely needs painted. It looks like an animal might have been scratching at it. All these walls need painted. The ceiling needs redone. You can see cobwebs, so you can tell it just needs a touch up. It needs to look better if it's going to get rented out. And you can tell, again, this is a Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania issue. I'm sure other surrounding areas might deal with the same thing. But we build basements here for extra storage. Sorry, there's a motorcycle driving by. It gets a little loud in here. But basically, like, we have basements here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for storage. Because you can tell that fence is at ground level, obviously. And I'm almost halfway up the fence, so we're underneath ground level right now. And what I'm trying to get to is that causes mold and water to get into the building. Not mold, but it causes water to leak through the walls over time, because a lot of these houses are over 50 to 75 years old. So once you get water in, then you get mold, and you can honestly tell the color. This isn't just shadowing. If I actually pull these out of the way, again, it's not just shadow. It's dark because of like mold and water issues. So we're gonna have to scrape that down, kind of give it a nice rub down, get some mold resistant paint, make sure to coat that and clean it off. And you can tell, see where this white is on the wall? He wants that coated, obviously, to be an even coat, but you can tell that was once touched up. That would have had water issues coming in at one point in time. So we're gonna paint this garage everywhere except for the garage door. Get the floor looking good, get that door looking good. Now going into the second garage, this one needs more stuff taken out. Some of this stuff he's not actually throwing away. As you can see, like this came actually from that bar, which is kind of cool. But he almost purchased that bar, so he got a bunch. He didn't end up buying the building itself, but he got a bunch of the equipment and liquor license, long story short. So he just needed somewhere to store it. Here's actually a freezer door in here. He didn't have anywhere to take the stuff, so he just bought it from there, drug it over here, and put it here for now. But now he wants to get the place rented out, so he's ready to get this stuff moved. As you can see, this garage has the same issue. So you're going to have to get this touched up, basically scrape it down with some sort of mold killer, and then actually clean it off, wipe it down, and then add mold resistant paint. That's the only way to keep up with it without actually doing an expensive structural fix of the building, which for a rental wouldn't be worth it. You'd end up having to rent it another 10 years just to break even. So again, this is the stuff that he wants touched up, that he doesn't want another renter to come in and look at right off the bat. And again, you can kind of tell that lower part of the floor, it's not just the lighting, it actually is, because I'll put my hand in the way. It's not just the lighting. This part is a lot whiter than that part, so you can tell that he probably had to get the water issue fixed once before, if not him, the person who owned the house prior. So he's going to have to get all this removed, all this stuff that belongs to a restaurant. He again doesn't want to throw it away, because he's either going to sell it or he wants to maybe get a restaurant and use this equipment. But we're going to have to paint all of this. You can tell whatever is up with that will need fixed up. All needs painted. Wiped down too. Now we're actually going to get more into the actual basement. Again, there's obviously the furnace, water heater next to it, a bunch of stuff from the hotel, or not the hotel, I'm sorry, from the restaurant. If you hear any noise upstairs, the landlord is here with another handyman doing something. So I'll show you guys some of the basement. Is there a light in here? Yeah. So honestly, all the stuff needs taken out of here. The old tenant left some food behind, odds and ends, some little paint, which is actually sometimes useful. The Keurig, which I'm surprised they would leave, because that shit's not cheap. But long story short, he left a bunch of stuff. Maybe he had a baby, you never know. I don't think we're doing too much painting in here. Might coat these white walls, but we definitely have to empty the area. He wants these steps painted. Pretty sure he wants the door painted. I know he wants these walls painted. If anything down here, maybe the door doesn't get painted, but I think he will want that. He's going to want these steps painted. Again, there goes back to the whole issue of being in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The basements get issues, so we're going to have to wipe that down with some sort of mold killer, and then basically coat it down with mold resistant paint and double coat it, maybe even triple coat it. You can tell even behind this thing might have to just be taken down, because we're going to have to fix up the wall behind there. So you guys can tell all these walls need touched up. So here's some of my materials in case anybody wants to know colors that I'm using. Everything was purchased through Lowe's. This one is considered Thunderclap, latex satin, porch and floor. And then I know it says porch and floor, but let me roll it around. I'll show you the front end. So if you see right here, it says concrete paint. So even though it says porch and floor, it is for concrete. Now the white that we're going to use on the walls will be these Lowe's Monroeville. It's Dover white. Just got some paint rollers, brushes. So we'll have to paint around this, obviously clean that up. Clean the walls up. Just want to give you a walk around everywhere. He wants all this stuff removed from the house. So they're trying to work on the garage. There's something going on in there. So I know there wasn't really good lighting to show you guys this. This area This is kind of nasty. It's hard to even see it. I'll try and back up and give you guys a further away view. But that whole closet area looks nasty. The landlord said that that door does open, but you gotta really yank on it. I don't think he wants either of those rooms painted, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll probably coat the doors at least. Give it a nicer, cleaner look. That door didn't even really shut, so we'll just leave it be. I don't want to break nothing. So that's the gist, you guys. The ceiling in here won't really need done. He doesn't want it finished. That would cost more money. So appreciate you guys for watching. Give you guys one last little walk around look. All this stuff should be out of here by the time it's done. It'll look way better. Get all this stuff out of here and paint it. Alright, I'm about to wrap up the video with this. So hold up. Hopefully I have a good angle, you guys can see me. Again, this was the Adventures of D-Webb Enterprises LLC. This was the before of the basement. I'm going to paint it, and then I'll show you guys. Again, this was Monday, September 20th, 2021. I'm hoping to crank this out within a week or 2 weeks max probably, and I'm going to have somebody maybe come in with me. We'll see what happens, but we'll give you the video of the after and show you guys what it looks like. Anybody who's looking for painting or any other work, again, I do work in the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area, just handyman jobs, any odds and ends. I don't do electric work or plumbing work as of right now. I don't have any certification, so I won't go in and do work that I'm not certified to do. But I would much like the chance to show you guys, anybody who's looking for work, please branch out. So again, this was the Adventures of D-Webb Enterprises LLC. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.